YouTube, what's up? It's Magnus. Today we're getting ready to change the fuel filter on the Apex. I don't know when it's been changed last, so we're gonna do it, and that way I know it's done correctly. It's real easy. The filter's inside the engine bay, which is really awesome. Take the battery out, remove the battery tray, and you have access to it. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, the battery hold down bolts are 10 millimeter. All right, take your battery connections loose. Mine are 13, yours may not be. Okay, with your battery out the way, there's your 4 bolts that hold the battery tray down. Remove those. Now the window wash comes out with the battery tray, so you're gonna have to unplug some lines going to that. I'll show you that here in a minute. Battery tray bolts are 12 millimeter. Okay, with your bolts removed, you can remove the battery tray. Like I said, your windshield wash tank is attached to the battery tray. Okay, you have to remove this plug here from your pump. This line here, you have to remove it, and remove this plug from the side of the car. And then this whole assembly comes out. And there's your fuel filter. You got a banjo bolt on top, and you're gonna have to disconnect that line there. You got 2 bolts that hold the clamp system against the firewall. You have to remove those, and then the filter comes out. That top banjo bolt is a 19 millimeter. Okay, sometimes if you get in here and get to this point and you're trying to get the top banjo bolt off, the filter may spin. Depending on who did the job last, if they didn't clamp the filter down tight enough, it's gonna turn on you. All you gotta do, get you channel locks, ideal tools like what I have here, an oil filter wrench. Hold it from the base and then break your nut. All right, next is your bottom fuel line coming out of the filter. It's a 19 millimeter for the large nut that stays with the filter when you take it out. And the smaller end of that line is a 14 millimeter. Make sure you got line wrenches because you don't want to round those off, okay? Now all you gotta do is remove your 2 bolts that hold the filter to the firewall, and they're 12 millimeter. Okay, you got your filter out. Now we're getting ready to disassemble the clamping system and move it to our new OE fuel filter that we got from Mitsubishi. I'll put the part number up for you for that. Here are your new washers that you get with the filter, and they go on both sides of the banjo bolts. The one on the top and the one on the bottom has washers in there too. And we got to take this hard line off and move it to the new filter also. Okay, we got our bottom banjo bolt and fuel line transferred over to the new fuel filter. Just get you a 19 millimeter in your vise if you got one. Put your filter in there. That way you can break and tighten them without having to worry about trying to hold the wrench and your ratchet, whatever you're using to get the nuts off. Okay, what you want to do when you put your clamp on your new filter, put it back in the car, put it against the firewall, and kind of get everything aligned with your bottom fuel line. Make sure you're able to pretty much hand thread that line all the way to the point where you need to put a wrench on it. Then take your filter assembly back out, and you can clamp down on your adjustment bolt. That way you know when you put it back in, it's in the right position. You don't have to take it out again, reposition. Like I said, just kind of leave it loose so you can move your filter around and get it in the right spot. Now you're ready to tighten your bolt and put it back in the car, and then we can get this top fuel line put on. Okay, we got our bottom line secure. We got our firewall clamp tightened. Now we're gonna take the plug out from the top of the new filter, and we're gonna put in our top banjo bolt. Don't forget to, guys, to make sure you replace your washers also. That's for the bottom and the top bolt. All right. Okay, we got that banjo bolt on top. Everything's nice and snug. Now we're getting ready to reassemble everything, go back in with the washer tank and battery tray. All right, get ready to go back in with the battery tray. While I had it off, I sanded it down and hit it with some truck bed coating, just to kind of dress it up, make it a little nicer. All right, get ready to go back in and tighten this down and then put our battery back in. All right, guys, you got your battery tray back in, you got your 4 bolts in, and all you do left now is put your battery in, hook your terminals up, start the car, and look for leaks. That's pretty much it. All right, that's it, man. Sounds good. Don't see any leaks, don't smell any gas back there. But that's all you got to do. Simple, easy peasy. Changing the fuel filter on a 3000 GT or a Dodge Stealth. I'll put part numbers in the description once again for the OE fuel filter. Also, like I said, when you're in there, you might as well clean up your battery box a little bit. I even sprayed down the battery tie down and cleaned it up too. But that's it, guys. We'll bring you more next week. We get ready to really tear into this motor and replace a few parts, replace some seals and gaskets, timing belt and everything. We're gonna be bringing that to you soon coming up. But I've been Magnus. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next one. Peace.